Strike first. If I am your opponent, what do you do?
Well, for me, there are many ways to attack a body. You can attack the knee is real quick. I can parry that, take that knee in. If it's a lazy low hand like that, I can take it down Bruce Lee style. I can hit the ribs. We know he has sore ribs as well. There are many ways I can win this fight. There are many ways I can inflict pain on my opponent and put him away.
How will Aldo try to attack Conor?
Okay, well, Aldo's a very fast guy, and these guys have been wanting to get at each other. The big question is, can Aldo even get to Conor McGregor? Somebody that's got the footwork of Conor, the awkward styles, constantly is changing between an orthodox and a southpaw stance. So if Aldo can come out here and try to engage with Conor, that's where we're going to find out. Does his speed trump the notorious ones?
Are you going to take the fight to him, or are you going to let him bring it to you?
As soon as the bell rings, I'm going to go charging forward, open palm, and let the shots fly. Break him down shot by shot. He will crumble.
You know, you seem pretty curious. Why don't you try taking the fight to Conor? Why don't we do that? I feel like you've been sizing him up.
Yeah, let's go.
I feel like you've been eyeballing him a little bit.
Oh, that was quick. That was quick.
Did you make the 30 seconds you had talked about earlier?
From there, I'm done, right? From there, I'm finished.
I think so, yes.
Wow. I'm glad we were just faking it, because he just looks mean.
Do you like that sport?
Officially on the Nevada scorecards, they had two judges had it 8-1, and that's caused a lot of outrage on Twitter to say that you had only won one fight in that, one round in that fight.
I thought the first 4 rounds were mine. Certainly the first 3. The fourth was close. You could probably give it to him. Let's say 3-1, and that's being generous. I thought I won the 8th, and then he won the 9th, and we got stopped in the 10th. So, what's that? 5-4, and then it was stopped in the 10th. That's what I would have thought, if not even going into the round where it was stopped. And I thought it was stopped a little early for me.
The stats also had you landing 111 significant shots over the entire fight. Considering people said you won't land a shot, you landed more significant strikes than Manny Pacquiao did against Floyd Mayweather.
I don't care about all that. Fair play to him. He was composed and experienced. His speed, his power, his skill was okay. I wasn't. Is this the best boxer ever? You know what I mean? I felt handy the first early rounds. I thought his composure is what won him the fight, and fair play to him.
Two very quick things. The first 4 rounds, I think, is going to be something that will stand to your career for the rest of the time, and how you took to the entire occasion, whether it was coming into the boxing ring, the energy at the start, how you were putting him on the back foot. Were you shocked at the clinch? Because that seemed like where you were really going to excel, and you really did cause him trouble there, but it seemed like he was good at putting his weight and his energy on top of you to tire you out.
Yeah, he gained head position each time, but it wasn't that, it was like, if you think, he wasn't, when I entered into the clinch, or I took another hook, or when he threw his right hand to put the frame and I took his back, that's all energy on my behalf. That I'm at the putting energy into that. Whereas in a mixed martial arts bout, it's energy that's gonna, you've advanced position and you're in a better position now, and you can work. Like when I had his back there, if that was an MMA fight, I can stay on his back and continue to keep hitting him. But in a boxing fight, you put the work in to get the back, but the referee separates it and resets you again. So I'm like, there was somewhere in the middle of it, I was like, I'm using all this energy to get to his back, and I'm not landing that many blows that are worth it, but I'm using a lot of energy. And then that's it. He capitalised on it. He saw my energy dip, kept his hands up, dipped in low, and what can I say? Okay.
And then just on this, it seems like the praise that you're getting the most is your analysis. Post-fight, how you're able to take responsibility. Yep, he was the better guy tonight, that's no problem, we move on. You're doing it even now, your mind is worrying, you're thinking of every shot, every combination, every clinch. Is this what's exciting you most about it? Just so much stuff to work with now?
I'm a student, I'll always study. I study every single situation. I think in sparring, it was always people backing off, and it was always distance fighting. And then the early rounds, you saw that. He couldn't touch me. I don't lose the early rounds ever. It's just a moment where it's like, I can't.
I'd like to see that. Conor, going back to the Mayweather fight, the stoppage, in your opinion, now you've watched it back, was it early? Would you prefer to have
Adelaide Bourd's husband, Adelaide Bourd's husband, Robert Bourd. That's all I'll say on that. Right. That's her husband. When we came face to face, and we went and we done the rules thing, when Floyd was here and I was here and the ref was here, he was always staring at me. And I'm looking at him staring at me, and I'm like, I could see in the peripheral of my vision that he was just looking at me and he wasn't looking at Floyd. I was almost going to say, he's fighting as well, mate. Give him the fucking, give him a rules meeting. You know what I mean? What's going on there? Every time we tied up, he literally wrestled me off him. So, I don't know, it is what it is. I knew I was not going to get a fair shake out there. I thought it was an early stoppage. How the fuck can you stop a fight when there was no knockdowns or nothing previous? The round before, I almost had him dropped. I hurt him to the body. I hurt him to the body the round before. So how the fuck can you, like round 10, then stop it like that when there's a first sign of a wobble? Nah, man, you've got to let these fights go on, so.
And you're used to UFC where they...
Floyd's got 3.
Yeah,
so Floyd's got the one that he got, and he got
tax problems. That's what he's got. Oh, no.
That's Lord.
That's heavy shit. That is heavy shit.
It's hard to get out from underneath that.
Fucking right it is, especially when I'm on top of you. What's your best friend Jose? You little fucking weasel. If there's ever a man that looks like a weasel, that's fucking it. You gonna do? You gonna stand up and do something? You sit down and shut your fucking mouth. On the count of 3, I want everyone in this arena to scream at the top of your lungs, fuck the Mayweathers. 1, 2, 3.
Inside 4 rounds? Why are you so confident you can beat him inside 4 rounds?
I believe so. His little head. His little head and my big fist. They don't go together. So he will be done in 4. 2 sugars. 2 sugars, bitch. What's with these 2 juice heads you got? What the fuck was that yesterday? He jumped up and he shouted, Voltron, Power Rangers, and these fucking juice heads can walk and stand up before me. Mate, 40 years of age. Get your fucking shit together, my God.
That was a big mistake. You misadvised him. You should have kept him retired.
Oh, man, get the hell out.
It's your fault.
That's it. I'm brave and I'm confident and I'm going in. I'm going in to represent martial arts as a whole. A true martial artist can overcome any stipulation, any rule set. In my mind, this is Bruce Lee stuff. Be like water. You know, if water enters the cup, it becomes the cup. So this is me entering into a different sport, different rule set, but I will become that sport and that rule set and excel.
There are those who have said that this isn't a sporting contest, that this is all about money. It's been called everything, and you've heard the comments. A circus, a joke. When you hear those kinds of things, how do you respond?
You know, I've heard this every step of the way. He's just a joke. The Joker, I've been called. Until they are in there, then it is no joke. So step by step, one enters, they say the same thing, it's all a joke, he's not for real, he's only talk, he only got here because he's this and that. And I go in and I put my opponent away, I do exactly what I said I would do. Now we're in a new game, it's just another day for me.
Take them high heels off. Yo, it's crazy if you think this man stands a chance. What are you doing with a school bag on stage? You can't even leave.
You had never met him before your world media tour. What did you come to learn about him during that time?
You can't, I didn't really learn much about him. He's a small individual.
He doesn't intimidate you?
Not one bit. I mean, not only am I going to beat him, I'm going to beat him under the specific rule sets that he has, that favor him. It's not a true fight. We're not fighting under no rules or mixed martial arts rules where the field opens up a lot more wider for me. That's confidence from my end. So I'm coming in and stepping into his world, and I am making it my own. Although it has been an illustrious career, fighting is on a fight-by-fight basis. None of my achievements or none of his achievements mean absolutely anything in there. It's 2 men entering a ring, and that's it. Past plays no part, so I do not care about his record or his achievements. Although I have respect for it, I do not care about it. And on fight night, there will be no respect in there.
What do you respect about him?
He's been, you know, I respect anyone that laces up the gloves or puts on MMA gloves and gets in and competes at any level, whether it's in a hall with 20 people or in a stadium with 1 million people. So if you get in and compete and you are from the same build as me and you shed the same blood, sweat and tears as me, you have my respect. But that's where it stops. At the end of the day, this is a ruthless business, and I must be ruthless in there, and I will be. So when it's all said and done, I will pick him up, I will shake his hand, and that